Well, we're going to try again to give you the best post-racing show ever. This was the La Crescent Wine and Spirits Spring Creek National at Millville. Did you get into any of the spirits this weekend?
No spirit, but there was a lot of spirit on the track. A lot of action happening.
I don't really buy that you weren't into the spirits this weekend.
I was.
Okay.
I got in trouble a little bit last night.
All right, but we're good today.
Yeah, I'm good today.
And
good
you're
today.
right, the track was spirited. It was.
Yes, it was. There was. We heard from multiple riders that the track was just brutal, and
yes,
I don't know because I'm not racing, but I'm walking it going, man, I'm glad I'm not racing.
I bet.
That looks scary.
It was ridiculously rough because of all the rain we had, but it worked out for this guy. Let's bring in our guest. If you want to tame a track that's this difficult, you need to be a Viking. So we have a Minnesota Viking in Dean Wilson.
Well,
wearing his trophy.
First we thought Dean Wilson was Canadian, and then we thought he's Scottish, and now he's obviously Norwegian, Swedish, Scandinavian, something.
I need my sword.
Wow. How are you going to get that thing through security, bro?
I'm going to wear it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to wear it.
Hat. Just a hat. Yeah. Can I touch them?
Touch the horn.
They're actually like really I thought it was foam.
No, it's a heavy helmet. I'm surprised your neck can hold that weight.
Yep.
After long, that just shows you how good a shape he's in.
Look, this track was super duper gnarly. Now, do you officially like super gnarly tracks because you got your best result?
Yeah, I quite like super gnarly tracks. It was just so soft in practice, but yeah, it was good. It was good starts today. That helped me so much because I think like if you didn't get a great start, it was tough. But yeah, pretty pumped on this trophy, and it was a good day.
Are you gonna race in that helmet next weekend? Or is that sponsor obligation?
Probably gonna make a prototype.
Okay, yeah. Mock off of it?
Yeah.
All right. I got it. There's no trademarking on that lid then. They can do that.
Yeah.
All right, good.
As I asked you in the press conference, is it a coincidence that you have a podium, a great result last time out? Yeah, please. I feel I'm like having sympathy pains for you as you're wearing that in like extreme pain. Okay.
I guess the best, or keep on going your question. I'm cutting over
as
you.
I asked you in the press conference, you have a good result at the last race, and now the starts are back. Is that a coincidence?
Funny, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of funny because I actually didn't practice starts like since Southwick. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it definitely is a confidence thing. You know, you start to believe, and you're a lot more calmer on the start line. But I was pretty quiet on the start line. Usually me and Daniel, my mechanic, kind of have a little BS, but like I don't know, I was kind of quiet today because I qualified so badly. I was like, okay, come on, like, time to get it together. So.
And you actually answered the questions that were asked to you in the press conference this weekend, so that was a huge improvement too.
Yeah, that was good.
That was massive.
I was actually wondering, Jimmy, at the press conference at Southwick, when I was talking, you were laughing. I'm like, why is he clowning me like that? You know, like I feel like I've done a good job to get up there, and he's laughing. I'm like, oh, that's kind of strange, but I just carried on anyways, and then watched the press conference, and I was dying, like literally had tears in my eyes because Eli went to go, like he went like this to talk, and then I was fully committed, no hesitation, answering that question.
I laughed for a little bit, but then in my mind, I'm like, maybe I heard that wrong. Like maybe I screwed. Like
I got asked my question, and then I didn't hear Guy BC say Eli before the thing, so I thought he was just asking me another question. So.
Hey,
yeah.
I would argue you're a Viking now. You can answer.
Yes.
You can answer anything you want. Just talk about this journey that you've been on, and it was a privateer for a little while, and then you got the call from the team, but it has not been that easy. It wasn't like they just threw you on the bike and you were back on the podium. It's taken a while.
Yeah, it's definitely took some time. It was just a building process, and I told myself that from the beginning, you know. But yeah, I'm very happy to be where I'm at right now, and you know, I just had small goals in Supercross to get top 10. And I ended up 8th overall, you know, and then, you know, I had a few top 5 finishes and nothing amazing, but I just told myself it's a building year, you know, like I want to be at every race. I want to be racing, doing the laps, getting my racing legs back. So, you know, here we are, and we're getting better all the time, and I'm working really hard and just in a really good place right now. I'm happy how things are going.
So when you look at Trey Canard retiring today, and seeing what kind of he's going through at the end of his career. I know he's a little bit older than you are, but were you ever down that road where it was just like, I know you had a rough couple years. It was like, what am I doing? Maybe I should hang it up?
Yeah, I've definitely had them thoughts and had them family talks. I remember this one time last year at the end of the season, you know, like I kind of knew KTM wasn't re-signing me, and man, I was like pretty in the dumps, and we had a little family breakfast at this place called Annie's in Temecula. It's a little nice British breakfast place.
Oh, okay.
So we went there. Sarah was there, and like, yeah, it was gnarly, but I don't know. I just like kind of told myself that this is what I love to do, and you know, just give myself a proper chance. You know, because I was like, this is my 3rd year in 450 class, but I've missed so many races. I've maybe done 7 races each year, so it's like you just got to build yourself some momentum. So yeah, seeing Trey retiring, like I said in the press conference, it's sad to see. You know, like, you know, I remember him racing amateurs and everything, but it's just a rough sport, and if he felt like his head wasn't in it and he didn't want to get injured anymore, I'm happy for him. You know, it's just we all come to that stage in our career that we have to make, so it's not easy. So, you know, I wish him the best.
Well, you know how it is. You just once you start getting injury after injury, it's like you just expect it to happen.
Yeah.
And you know, it's great to see that you've gone through that period. I believe you've kind of, knock on wood, made it past that period that you're not gonna think about it all the time.
I've had to break through a couple walls for sure. You know, Supercross at the beginning of the year, like I would sit on the starting line, and through my head, I really would be thinking really bad thoughts in my head, and that took a long time to get through. I couldn't help but thinking. I went to a sports psychologist, and he gave me these things to do, and it was just I had these nasty thoughts in my head of just bad stuff instead of positive stuff. You know, it's like people will just tell you be positive. There's a lot more to it than that. You know, so why not back it down a notch, go out there, be safe. You know, first couple rounds, 11th, 12th, okay, slowly building confidence, you know, and it's just a build, like I said, it's building, and I just wanted to get better and better, and yeah, so I had to really mentally is what's been toughest, and I think Trey's went through that as well, is that it's just the thought process and your mental side of things, like you just, I don't know, you get dark thoughts, and it's not fun to go through. So
you've climbed a lot of these, gotten over these hurdles now. Top 10 guy, top 5 guy, podium guy.
Next.
And as you probably noticed, the guys that you're on the podium with are guys who used to battle, and sometimes you beat them, and sometimes they beat you. Are you starting to see the we can work with speed championship Dean we used to see? Is that starting to become a vision?
A little bit, yeah. I feel like the we can work with speed is I'm better in Supercross with that, because I was always kind of bounced on top of the board at quite a lot.
Yeah, qualifying, bro, is awesome.
Yeah, my qualifying hasn't been too hot this outdoor season, but I've been kind of more of like you know, maybe Rattray's rubbing off on me. I'm a bit like
I think you were 11th today in qualifying or something.
In qualifying, so you know, hey, give me the last 15 minutes, I'll just Tyler Rattray it. But no, it's been good.
Are you seeing the light? Like, okay, now yes. See, he's got to answer the question.
Okay.
Now you're on the podium, so I mean, we know what the next step would be, trying to win.
Of course, yes, but I'm not going to set the bar too crazy like I've been doing all year. Just keep working hard, and what was kind of cool was when I got a good start, I haven't had a start like that all year, was behind Marvin. He made a couple little mistakes, and if I really, really wanted that, I think I could have passed him the first lap. Obviously, he would have passed me back, but he made just a couple little mistakes, and I was like, whoa, that was kind of cool. You know, I was out, we could have lead some laps, so maybe that's the next step, try and lead some laps. But like I said, just keep working hard, keep my head clear, and yeah, just...
Well, you said you didn't practice starts really after Southwick, and you had good ones. I'm a firm believer, and I've pulled good starts my whole career. You don't waste the good starts in practice.
Oh, okay.
Don't practice, because you're going to waste all the good ones and not have any good ones left for the race.
There you go.
You only get allocated a certain amount of good starts a week.
He's kind of pumping himself up on his starts.
Really? Always a good starter.
Always.
Well, I usually start further forward than where I finish. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm a good starter. I'm a better starter than I am a finisher.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right, we're all getting ahead of ourselves. I don't want to talk about wins yet. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but it's coming around. So congrats. We'll let you go.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
All right, that's Dean.
All right.
We'll keep chatting about Millville. Appreciate the time.
Yeah. See you guys.
But it's true, when you look at the guys that are on the podium here, that's guys that he's battled before. So this has been a topsy-turvy season like this. Joey Savacci was down in the dumps, then wins Colorado, then back down in the dumps. Marvin Musquin we thought was going to be out of this series. It has been very hard to predict which way this is going.
Yeah, speaking of Marvin, when he left the press conference, and he was like in really good spirits about the way his knee was feeling. He said a little bit bothering him every now and then, but yeah, he's riding really well right now. Today, that was a shocker, the first moto.
Blew him away.
Going out there, I think he won by 25 seconds or something. That was crazy, but go back into Dean a little bit. I remember watching Dean in the 250 class, and he would do stuff on the bike that was like, whoa. He'd manual over stuff and just kind of had that loose style. Right now, like he was saying, he's been conservative, and you can see that he's got those little flashes, but he's definitely holding back. If Dean can get back to how old school Dean was and that little hangout style, which he needs to build confidence and stay on the bike, stay healthy for a little bit longer. But I think that he's got the talent and the ability to be the best out there.
He's done it before. Yeah, I know what you're saying. When there was a rough section, by the end of that section, he was probably going faster than anyone back in those days.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, he was doing cool things on the bike that you never really had seen many people doing at that point.
You just like it when tall guys make it work.
I do. I like it.
Yeah, you
I like
tall
it.
guys make it work.
Okay.
Okay.
Who doesn't like a tall man? Oh, gosh.
I'm even a fan myself. Okay, so
now I'm making it awkward.
Next
Move
we're
on.
next we're going to Washougal, and you did talk to Trey today, right? So any additional thought? Do you want to share your thoughts on that?
I think
I mean, no one goes further back.
I think he had an incredible career, and I'm so happy that I guess I wouldn't say I'm happy that he's hanging it up, but I think it's going to be good for him. When somebody you're talking to them and you can see it in their eyes, it's almost like I don't want to put myself at risk anymore. And I'm at that point in my career right now too. So I'm happy for him, man. He had such a killer career. He came back from so much.
Yeah.
I think he defeated the largest deficit ever in motocross history, points gap.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done so many incredible things and came back from so much. So congratulations on an incredible career.
And people might not realize, for folks where you're from, Millville kind of has a little cachet for you and for him. It's a track that you guys would ride a lot growing up.
No, we
so
would
a nice
come up
place
here.
to do it.
Yeah, we'd come up here and camp, and both of us have said this is our favorite track.
Yep.
On the circuit. So it is kind of cliche, but man, it's kind of weird. His pro career started up here.
Yes.
And now, what was that? 2007.
10 years.
10 years later, it's done. So. Yeah, congratulations.
Almost like you guys plan it this way.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I know.
Dunge retired after winning a Supercross title. That's the way you should go out.
Yeah, I know. I think I'll just win next year and then retire.
And then retire. Okay.
But I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to. I got other things.
Might not want
I gotta look out for my future.
Okay. All right. We tried to give you the best post-race show ever. We will see you next week at Washougal.
What?
How's it going?
Favorite what?
All right. The Crescent Wine and Spirits.
Come on.
Spring Creek National.
Yeah, right.
Spring Creek National. Did you guys go in Spring Creek at all?
Good, man. What you
yeah,
doing?
we go here all the time.
Cody, I'm
in
Jimmy.
the creek.
In the creek. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Twice today now.
That's our,
This morning.
That's our shower, man.
That's your shower.
Dog, I was in the creek twice today.
You did?
Yeah, I swear. What do you think I got? That's my credential. Is on my.
Okay, I don't know what you're showing me there, bro.
Yeah.
You still stink. I can smell you.
I stink?
Yeah.
I didn't soap, man. I didn't have no soap. I'm sorry. I didn't want to drop it.
Have you
you
literally
guys were in
soaked
there.
in that creek? Oh yeah. You soaked up like real shower in it.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was. We used to come up here and race amateur day. My family, we would shower in the creek. You use soap, shampoo. They don't get any
Millville
cleaner
baptism.
than that water. Well, maybe. Unless I'm upstream from you peeing.
Yep. Just don't go downstream.
Yeah.